It was definitely post 1999 because of something that happened. But would you like to read the synopsis?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
A slam bang finish to this exceptionally clever trilogy.
When I was watching it, I was slamming and banging things, so that's
Miami
accurate.
Herald. Good.
I sure as hell was.
The fuck?
I'm like trying to think.
Slamming and banging.
Tori Scream 3?
Yup.
That's a weird one to pick, but okay.
I mean, hey. Stars Naive Campbell.
Naive Campbell? Yeah, she doesn't really know a lot of things. Let's rewind and try that again, Crystal. Neve or Nev. I feel like some people say Nev. I say Nev, but you say Neve. Definitely not Naive Campbell. Okay, sorry.
I don't know why that came out. I'm more tired than you. I got done work at 5 a.m. Stars.
Miss Campbell. Stars Miss Campbell.
Campbell. Stars Campbell, Dave Arquette, and Courtney Cox. Arquette. Why does it say it like that? And Courtney Cox.
Oh, they were married at that point, and she took his name.
Oh,
dude, Selma
Cox
Hayek was doing that like last year or the year before, and it was really annoying. And I think she stopped because they're like, "Who's Selma? Whatever, like, you're Selma Hayek." Anyway, keep going.
Always keep the name. Are back for more in the. That's what I would do. Are back for more in the chilling final chapter of this phenomenally popular and frightful entertaining trilogy. While Sidney Prescott Campbell lives in a safely guarded seclusion, bodies begin dropping around the Hollywood set of Stab 3, the latest movie sequel based on the gruesome Greensboro killings.
Greensboro? Isn't it Woodsboro?
It says Greensboro. It is Woodsboro.
Oh, that's weird. It's a weird typo. Anyway, keep going.
And it says it actually multiple times. And when the escalating terror finally brings her out of hiding, Sydney and the other Greensboro survivors are once again drawn into the insidious game of horror movie mayhem! Exclamation point. But
that's how they printed it on the first edition of.
Oh, yeah, because I don't have it on VHS, and I just printed the first cover I could find in English. So it's funny.
I was like, wait, that has to be like a thing. So if you have a first edition, it'll say Greensboro.
That's amazing. I want a first edition now. But just when they thought that they knew how to play by the rules, they discover that all the rules have been broken, featuring hot newcomers. Parker Posey, The House of Yes, and Josie and the Pussycats, and Jenny McCartney, Diamonds. In another stellar ensemble cast, Scream 3 offers an unmatched mix of thrills, laughter, and suspense that brings this spine-tingling saga to an unforgettable conclusion.
We really need to go to a speech class.
Yeah, we're like, the words are word...
I couldn't believe in the Home Alone episode, Prison Mike, who has the thickest Philly accent of everyone on the show, read that back of that box beautifully. He nailed it on one go, and I'm like, I really thought. And then sure enough, the next one he like fumbled.
Hey, I did the Anaconda one really well.
The first time.
Yeah, I think that's when I got mad because I was like, now I have to read this again, and I'm gonna fuck it up.
I didn't use any footage of the good read through, by the way. I didn't feel like.
I noticed.
Anyway,
can we just like read the stuff before we start filming? Because that would be very helpful.
No,
it's kind of like when have you guys? Because I actually took speech in elementary school. I talked too fast, and once again, like my brain couldn't keep up with my mouth, and I was starting to say tons of words wrong. And do you guys ever do like where like you might get picked on to read? Do you ever just like read ahead?
Fuck yeah, I did.
And like you have no idea what is being like taught.
I was really good at reading.
Yeah,
I'm bad at writing and grammar, but I always
read. What just happened then?
Well, that's just tired. It's just being tired.
You're just tired every episode?
No, I can read. It's just speaking it. I'm like,
yes,
fuck off.
I was okay with it. By the way, you said elementary, and I just kept thinking if Kaylee was here or anyone from Rochester, they probably would have said elementary.
What?
You never heard her say documentary?
Yeah.
All the Rochester people, they say things so bizarre. Oh, God. But this is after I went to Rochester, which is one of the most crime-ridden cities in America, and I'm pretty sure I survived.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's getting worse. Like, per capita, it's getting up there.
It's worse than Newark?
Yeah, well, the problem is it's very small, but the crime per capita, like, there's a lot of crime there considering the small population.
Jesus.
Yes. Anyway, Scream 3. This one had a lot of issues production-wise. I believe there
Can't
was...
tell.
Yeah. There was originally an idea to have Stu come back. I read this. I think that's where the origin of the "is Stu still alive," which I think he still is, and we're not going to bring it up or mention any dinners that are owed to anyone. Yeah, I think it was originally going to be him influencing like younger people from prison to like carry out his crimes, even though he wasn't really the mastermind. It's just out of the two, he's the one that you could theoretically bring back. Columbine happened, and that affected a lot of movies. A while back, we did Idle Hands.
Love Idle Hands.
And we interviewed the director, and they were talking about how like that whole tragedy like interfered with that whole movie's like marketing and stuff. So that movie like was dead on arrival when it came out. So this one, they were like, hey, you got to like tone down the violence. We're getting a lot of shit. And I like that they work it into the movie.
Yeah.
Roger Corman, the late Roger Corman, who
R.I.P.
produced Carnosaur. Go back and watch the Troll 2 episode and count every time I mentioned to Ian the movie Carnosaur. I just kept bringing it up.
You should also actually watch that, whatever, because you can see Ian and Tony are just kind of like, haha.
We had a sugar rush.
They get super giggly as time goes on because we
ate some candy in the beginning, and our blood sugar got a little out of control.
That's amazing.
Anyway,
it's really fucking funny.
Oh my God, can we all do an episode for Patreon where we're already at that point?
You know, I watched Reefer Madness recently. I don't know why I'm bringing that up when I'm talking about regular candy. But I watched Reefer Madness lately, and maybe we can do it for that. Anyway,
that would be amazing.
So Roger Corman's
like some veggie mushrooms.
Oh, there it is. So they worked that complaint into the film. Like I do like appreciate the meta stuff because the movie had to keep getting changed. Mm-hmm. So they have Roger Corman yelling at the director, who's Roman Bridger, played by, I always forget his name.
I forget his name too.
And he's upset. And then the producer is Lance Henriksen from Millennium. Someone please remember Millennium. Someone please. And Aliens.
Maybe.
And Alien 3.
Why do I know Millennium? Maybe it's just because
you mentioned it. I bring it up a lot when you mention that evil show.
Yes. I've been wanting to watch it.
And it's a sister series to what you call it, X-Files.
Yes.
I'm not lending you my DVDs now.
I don't think I've announced it, at least on the show.
At this point, you probably have. So
not on the show. Not on the show.
But I mean,
when is
I don't know if you've done a live episode.
I guess we have to still go through.
This is an October episode, so it's a while.
Yeah, guys, you've already known I'm moving to Florida, and right now I'm still in Jersey. By October, I'm there.
No, it's fucked. He didn't take us to that fucking dinner, and
I'm coming back. I'm gonna. Like, it's literally
I mean, yay!
Flights are $78 for a good chunk of the time.
Cool, so I'll meet you down there, and he'll pay for our dinner. And
Love it.
I'm Googling which president will affect airline prices negatively.
I'm in Florida. There's no rules, so...
No, I'm trying to influence someone who will destroy the economy so you can't afford those flights back.
I'm sorry.
I mean, what? I mean, to make it better.
Flights to Florida will always be cheap, at least, like, to where I'm living. Like, a couple minutes, actually, from the beach.
Well, look.
Yeah.
My
apartment complex has 3 pools, 3 gyms, including a spin studio. 15 minutes away from the airport, right? Like, kind of in between Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and a couple minutes away from the beach.
Well, look.
7 minutes away from my, like...
Listen. On a serious note...
I have a guest room and everything. It's gonna, like, 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms.
You can just send me down with your credit card.
Look, on a serious note, I'm sad to see you go, Kristen, but we got to get back to Scream 3. So anyway, Roger Corman and Lance Henriksen are talking about like how the studio has a lot of pressure of influencing real life violence.
Violence in cinema is a big deal right now, Roman.
Because that actually was happening. They had to tone down some of the violence in this movie. That's why a guy gets blown up in an explosion, which doesn't feel very Scream. The script kept getting leaked. And they make a joke about that in the film because the killer is following the script. And they're like, there's 3 versions of the script.
The fact scene was fantastic.
Yes.
I love the fact scene because they're like, I need to know what happens. They are such like that cliche, typical Z-level movie actors. I love that.
I love that it's in Hollywood, so they're getting even more meta. There's now a third Stab movie, which I guess won't end up being the actual Stab in the continuity because this one clearly didn't get finished.
They never talk about Stab 2, do they? Because in 2,
they mentioned Stab 2.
Do they?
Yeah, they talk about how David Schwimmer and that's the funny thing. Scream 2. I love when they cut to clips of Stab and it's just scenes from Scream. Luke Wilson is Billy Loomis. Who's the girl who played Sydney? God damn it, I'm forgetting her name. But they mentioned that David Schwimmer played Dewey in the previous one.
Yes, they did.
And that's why they mentioned they're like the actress who played Sydney and David Schwimmer didn't want to come back for Stab 3.
That's why. Oh yeah, they did say about that.
Yeah, so they worked that into it.
But we don't see clips of Stab 2 ever, right?
No, they never show clips.
So we only see clips of 1, 3.
Well, we just see the sets from 3, but not the real 3. It gets very confusing. I will say though, the best movie within a movie actor, Parker Posey, as that character.
I'm sorry, her in everything.
Jennifer Jensen. She is so good in this. Her and Gail's rivalry is so fucking good in this.
My lawyer loved that.
She is my favorite part of this film.
Absolutely.
Have
you ever seen a movie that you didn't like her in?
No.
Like, honestly, though.
No.
Oh, a movie that
You didn't like her.
Oh, didn't like her.
Yeah.
No, I'd have to think. I've seen bad movies with her in it.
But she's always
always at least okay.
Like, she's always shined through because she's such a great character actor. Like,
she was great
she's
in
fantastic.
the Netflix Lost in Space as Mr. Smith or Dr. Smith. I went in expecting to scream woke and get that feminism out there. Dr. Smith needs to be a man, but she ended up being a really, really great character on that show. She's my favorite part of this.
What was she in last?
She was in Beau is Afraid, which was my favorite movie of 2020.
I still need to see that.
Yeah. But I don't know what she was. I don't follow her all the time. I don't know what the fuck Parker Posey's doing.
I'm going to find out. I'm going to become her best friend.
My brain died. Hold on.
Brain no work good.
Oh.
You can do it.
Bring it back, Tony.
You can do it.
Do it. You got it.
Okay.
Yay.
So how do you two feel about this one?
I don't like Scream 3.
At
I like
all?
things about Scream 3. Like, there's certain things I'd pick through or whatever. Like, I do like the brother reveal and everything.
Yeah.
But overall, the whole movie, just everything together, I'm like, it's definitely the weakest of all the Screams to me.
Yeah, but like it's not the movie. Like,
I know it's not the movie. So I know that, but
yeah.
still,
Yeah.
This is what they put out. It's the only thing I got.
What do you think?
I don't hate it. It's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, that's a horrible movie, or it's bad. It's just like you said, it's the weakest of all of them. It's not the one I'm gonna go to watch. Honestly, the first one's always gonna be my first pick to go back to, and the third will always be my last. Like I said, haven't seen 6 yet or anything like that. But as of right now, from 1 through 5, that one's the last one I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
Towards the, it just felt kind of like it dragged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it got slow.
Dragged.
Yeah.
And I remember, even when I watch, right now, I literally just watched it last night, and I can't remember kind of the beginning-ish.
Well,
Once it happened, once they got to the fax machine, then I remember almost all the stuff.
I feel like that's when the movie actually starts to pick up.
I do like the beginning with Cotton Weary.
That was so, oh my God.
By the way,
that was heartbreaking.
Talk about dating a movie. I like that in his house on his stereo. He's just got Creed ready to go. Creed is ready to go on his stereo.
Have you been to my house? I have Creed's greatest hits on vinyl, and I literally can walk into my house now and just go click, click.
Do you know how angry I am because I bought tickets last summer to go with you, and I'll be in Florida this time. They're performing, I think, this week. We're in August. I think at PNC Center or something like that. And I was like, fuck, I need to save money. And then now I'm following them. I'm like, where are they going to be? And now they're going to be in Florida October. And I'm like, I have to go. You should go. I know.
All right, well, that was Creed talk.
I love Creed.
Creed is so good.
I fucking love
How do you
Creed.
not love Creed?
Like,
do you like Creed?
Look.
Do you like Creed? Yes or no?
Look, if you were to put...
Yes or no, Tony?
If you were to put...
I'm
doing a joke. If you were to put Creed on right now, I would embrace that song with arms wide open.
Not my sacrifice.
You know, when...
Hello, my friend, we'll meet again.
Johanna,
Johanna,
when Ian was here...
Feel
giving me
like
that
forever. Within my heart of memories, a perfect love that you gave to me. I know the whole song. This is my karaoke to go to.
I love that.
When Ian was here, he showed me his candy that he had, and I said, "Can you take me higher?"
Hold me now.
Anyway, okay.
I'm 6
Enough with
feet
the fucking-
from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down.
Remember that
love
blowjob
Creed.
video he had? He had a video of him getting a blowjob, and it leaked.
And he's like, blowjob.
I just remembered Scott Stapp had a sex tape that leaked of him getting a blowjob.
Why do you remember that?
Because I don't really remember a lot about Scott Stapp.
Wait,
He's gonna be in a movie or something. I think he's in that Nixon movie coming out. Anyway,
you never answered. Do you like Creed? Yes or no?
yeah, they're fine. I liked them. I liked them at the time.
Yeah, they're
At the time.
I'm not really playing their greatest hits, guys. All right.
I am.
You apparently
It's
are.
a great.
Did you see my Twitter post? I posted it on Twitter that I bought that album, and
Yes,
some people
I
were like,
saw
"You
that.
deserve better than Creed," and I'm like, "How dare you slander Creed in front of me? How dare you?"
Okay. So the beginning,
The level probably went woo.
the beginning with Cotton Weary. He's a Creed
Sad.
fan. He's a
Sad.
Creed fan.
He's a Creed
Or do you think the killer put Creed on the stereo? So
It's actually Johanna.
I do.
For me, I snuck in.
So I do like that Cotton Weary is now a celebrity. It worked out for him. He apparently knows where Sydney is. That's the whole thing. The killer cannot figure out where Sydney is. But I do like when he gets there, his girlfriend's already dead. The killer is after him.
And that's the first time
Yeah.
you notice about the voice changing.
Yes, I want to talk about that in a second.
Okay.
I like that Cotton doesn't sell Sydney out, because in the previous film it was kind of touch and go. Like, does he really forgive her? Is he the killer? Is he just doing this because he's selfish? But I like in that moment he's like, nope, I'm not gonna sell her out. We're cool now. The voice changer.
It was a simple game, Cotton. You should have told me where Sydney was.
Which, by the way, I've had it for months. I haven't watched it yet. I will watch the work print version of this film, and I will let you know if there's anything interesting. I think they show the voice changer a little earlier. This technology doesn't exist back then. It exists now with AI.
Oh my god.
With AI, it's gotten pretty good.
It's scary right now.
Yeah.
All the AI photos, videos, voice changing.
And again, I
it's
talked
petrifying.
about the whole AI voice thing because Roger Ebert was really helpful in getting that technology because, he wasn't able to talk at the end of his life. And there was so much recording of his voice that you were able to recreate new sentences and stuff. And that's meant for people who have lost their voice. Like they did it with Val Kilmer in the new Top Gun because he can't talk. He had throat cancer. And that's what it's really meant for. It's not meant to keep making Darth Vader forever after James Earl Jones died. It's being used for some real shitty stuff. But how it works in this movie, and I'm like, it wasn't anywhere remotely near. It would be like,
Well, they're in Hollywood. They have money.
it would be like, hi, I am Sydney from the Scream movies. It would be so. That's how. Like, Dewey, is that you? Yes, I am Dewey. It would be so choppy.
Oh my god.
That part kind of took me out of it a little bit. I'm like, okay, what the fuck?
Whatever. I suspended my belief for a little bit.
It's fine. The movie is okay. My real issue is that it's treating it like a trilogy, but slashers don't really get trilogies. Although,
Wait, did you just say slashers don't get trilogies?
they don't get trilogy. They never really end at a trilogy, like the third film. However, if this was planned ahead of time and they're making fun of false endings in slasher films, like Friday the 13th, the final chapter, they made 7 after that.
Yeah.
or Freddy's dead, or like, yeah.
And he's not dead.
Yeah, if that was the plan all along, then that works. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
slashers aren't really trilogies, though.
But do you ever think when they come out with that third slasher, they're thinking that might be the end, and then they just keep making it? They have
No,
it
because
always
they're
planned.
cheap and easy to make. As long as they're making money, why not?
That's what I'm saying. The third. So, I mean,
No.
that's what I'm saying. Like, say for like Jason and all them for Friday 13th, Halloween, when they hit the third. Well, Halloween's a little different.
Yeah, Halloween got a little off the rails there.
A little different.
Go back and watch our Halloween 3 episode.
Woo! That's. I don't think that they're like, oh my god, we're gonna have like 6 more after this. Do you think that they
sometimes
plan
I
that they're
feel like
gonna
they
have
are.
a 4th?
I feel like they are. I feel like they're. I feel like Paramount wanted to end Friday the 13th because they were embarrassed by it, but it just kept making too much fucking money. So I don't know if the plan all along was that it was never really supposed to be the end of a trilogy, then that's fine. But it just this doesn't really work with slasher films. What did you think of the Randy cameo? How they worked him in the movie?
So fucking stupid.
Told you I'd make a movie someday. Huh?
Oh my god.
So fucking
So
stupid.
Randy had enough foresight to record him talking about the rules of a third movie. And he's like, if it's a regular sequel, same rules apply.
that
If
his
it's a-
sister brought to
his
the-
sister brought,
sister.
who comes back in 5, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah.
He's like, here are the rules of the trilogy. It gets tied back to the beginning, which he's right. I mean, he's right. But I just thought it was so funny. When Dewey is interacting with the tape, I'm like, oh, come on. Come on, you're stretching it a little bit.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I lost my virginity to this. And he's like, that person? He's like, yes, that person. It's like, oh, shit.
It's a little like, I know Scream is ridiculous, the whole freaking series, but it pushes it, I think, a little too much in this one.
What did you-
Like we see all the other ones and we're like, yeah, it pushes pretty far, but this is to a like it's just too unbelievable.
Yeah. What did you think of like the whole like reveal that like Sydney's mom was an actress in the 70s and she got assaulted by a bunch of producers, had a kid,
I don't hate that.
abandoned the kid, but then the kid found her, and then you find out that this kid, Roman, the director, spoiler, is the one who set off the whole chain of events. He showed Billy the tape, he gave Billy some ideas, and then after Billy killed, he's like, okay, maybe I'll do it at some point. He was trying to get Sydney to come back. Because he's mad at Sydney, because he's like, you got to have my mom in this whole life, and I didn't. My mom abandoned me, and also Lance Henriksen is my dad. I'm gonna kill him right now.
Yeah. So I don't mind seeing a backstory of the mom. I find that very interesting because you really don't know much about her.
Yeah.
But the brother aspect, once again, pushing it a little. You could have done it in a. I don't know. I think it went too much, and like to be the director. I mean, that's. I don't know if I know. I don't know if I think that's clever, or if I think that's pushing it.
Yeah, and it was also
too much.
I think it was kind of obvious he was the bad guy. How do you feel?
Yeah, no, that the first one or whatever, obviously that was a big shock reveal. Like, holy shit, it's the boyfriend and the friend. Second one or whatever, definitely could tell it was Mickey or whatever. But again, we didn't know it was going to be the mom, like, or even, who she was even involved after we saw her as the news reporter lady and all that.
Yeah.
This one, I was like, okay, I didn't guess the brother shit.
Yeah.
But I was just like, all right, he's involved somehow in this. Like, he's definitely doing something. Even the fake out where he was like dead and what was it? The ball was under his armpit to stop the pulse or whatever. I'm just like, does that even work?
I could have seen maybe it was like, oh, he wants all of a sudden the trilogy, like it's dying out. No one wants to see it. He wants the movies to keep going, so he has a directing career.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
But
the funny thing is, like, he was supposed to have an accomplice. It's the only movie with one killer.
was he supposed to, you said?
Yes, Emily Mortimer, the girl who's playing Sydney in Stab 3, she was originally going to be his accomplice.
I could see that.
So that's like kind of like a fun, and they were in a relationship, so he's like getting it on with the actress who's playing his sister, which is kind of gross. But I think that was one of the scripts that leaked. So that was one of the things they changed.
Oh, that's dumb.
So that's how he ended up being the only one that just did it by himself.
I don't like that because
That's why her
Ghostface-
death is also kind of vague. She just gets dragged off.
Yeah, she does. But the whole thing is like Ghostface is killing so much so quickly, and he pretty much is in this film. So how is he doing it without an accomplice?
I don't know. It's kind of hard. I don't like that Patrick Warburton gets killed. He's the security guard. What you call it? Putty from Seinfeld.
yeah.
Although he was really mean to Dewey's sister. He's like, I hope it trying to make sure no one gets sliced up like your sister. It's like, oh, Putty.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That was really mean.
He was a dick.
Yeah.
Was he sleeping with the Posey Parker?
Parker
character?
Posey.
Parker.
No,
I'm gonna
I don't
say
think
that
he was. I don't think he was.
flip-flopped a lot.
The kills aren't really super memorable in this.
No.
Just the blowing up.
Yeah, there's the explosion. I'm trying to think, like, it's just like the one guy gets stabbed, thrown off a roof. The other girl gets stabbed, dragged away.
Oh, and I guess like when she was getting stabbed and then thrown through the mirror, that was pretty good.
That one was pretty good, yeah. But like I,
I
said,
don't mind. Wait, is this the one where the publicist, gets thrown? We just said that?
yeah, she gets thrown.
Yeah.
Not,
I didn't.
yeah.
No, she gets thrown. Wait,
Publicist
this is it, right?
Publicist is the next one.
Shit.
But Parker Posey gets thrown through the glass
Yeah.
window, the two-way window, yeah.
Yes.
Because Lance Henriksen is a creep and has a creep mansion.
He died.
I do like when they try to make it that he's the killer, Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
But I watched some episodes of Millennium at the time.
What's Millennium?
It's a good show. And I see how Lance Henriksen was running in Millennium, and I'm just like, oh, no, he's not the killer. He was like,
I did like Roman's death. Where he
Yeah.
just kept going and it's just like,
Yeah.
head!
Yes,
yeah, I
that
do,
was
because he's
actually
like,
good.
you have to shoot him in the head. That's the only way. Okay. There's some real cheesy moments. The explosion was one of them. How about
I liked it.
How about the knife throw?
That
from
was-
the knife's
yeah.
point of view.
But it doesn't hit. It hits with the
Butt of the
yeah.
knife, yeah. I don't know why he doesn't, like, once he gets Sydney, why he doesn't just kill the other. Oh, no, because, yeah, he gets shot by the cop and runs away. What's his face?
There's a couple times where he had her, though, and he didn't murder her.
Who's the guy in this? McDreamy from
Oh my God. Patrick
Dempsey. Patrick Dempsey is introduced in this as the detective who loves horror movies, coincidentally.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
they
Yes,
got
and I like in the continuity she ended up marrying him.
I do
and
too.
had kids with
I
him.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, that's what Mark, right? Yeah, 'cause she mentions in 5. She mentions Mark.
Yes.
Yeah, I like him in this. He's another kind of like red herring. It's like, oh, could it be him?
Especially when there is just her and him in the one scene, and she's like, well, she keeps like trying to egg him on, be like, so what is your favorite scary movie? And he goes, my life.
Yeah, but he's like, stick through. Maybe I'll tell you. Okay, so you know how the previous film we were talking about it was the who's who of it's that person. Cameos.
Oh.
Okay, Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher's cameo as the girl who almost was Princess Leia but didn't sleep with George Lucas. It's like, what the fuck?
I thought that was funny.
That was a little distracting.
Yes, but I thought it
It's
was funny.
It's like, but that's Carrie Fisher.
Yes.
Although I do love when they were making fun of Maureen Prescott's name, her stage name, and she says Jennifer Jensen's real name,
Yeah.
and she gets like all embarrassed. Cameos. Jay and Silent Bob.
That was dumb.
Shit, Sambo, it's that TV news shit, Connie fucking Chung.
It was fun when Wes Craven was in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back when they're filming Scream, and like I remember it was like a chimpanzee in the thing. And they're like, Wes, you're not even trying anymore. Like that was funny, but like the real Jay and Silent Bob being in Scream 3, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Maybe if you saw them in the corner or something, where it was like not so like literally.
It literally
seen.
says Silent Bob. It's Connie Chung. He thinks Courtney Cox is Connie Chung. But now we cannot talk about Scream 3 unless we're talking about something very, very controversial. Courtney Cox's bangs. What the
Awful.
She still gets made fun of it for it.
I saw like
still.
that was a few years ago. She actually cut them to look like that again. What was that? That was a bad idea.
Did like they dye her hair and like it messed up her front or whatever? And, like I don't.
Or maybe that was
Is it
just
her
a style
actual
that was.
hair? Was that actually her hair? Or
I'm
was
pretty
it a
sure it
wig?
was actual. Yeah, it was
So-
actual hair, right?
Yeah.
Was this filming during Friends?
Dude, I don't remember.
I have to go back and watch some seasons of Friends.
Because does she have these bangs in front? Like
I don't
she
know.
does it.
We should check.
I
We
don't
should
like
check.
Friends.
They play it at my gym constantly. Big Bang Theory and Friends.
Oh, I don't like Big Bang Theory.
Constantly.
Yeah, I don't like either.
Friends, I'm okay. Doesn't she mention what's her face? Rachel, why am I forgetting her? Jennifer Aniston. She mentions the name Jennifer Aniston.
She
in
might,
one of
but
the
like I said,
films.
David Schwimmer is name dropped in it. I guess the one really cool moment I like.
I remember, and I don't remember which one. It goes, yeah, she's upset or something like that because they put her name or her face on like a naked Jennifer Aniston body or something like that.
Oh yeah, I can't remember which one that is. That might be 4, but I'm not sure.
That
I'm
might
not
be
sure. I know
4.
what you're talking about. The one,
Yeah, they're all like morphing together
Yeah.
for me now.
the
Like,
one
which
scene
one's which?
I will say the one scene I like legitimately love is when Sydney goes into her old room on the sound stage.
Oh, that
I thought
was
that was
good.
really cool. That was like,
good.
And you can
and
hear
I-
their past conversations with Billy.
yeah, and I like that she goes to a room that would have been real in her house, but then it's just like a sound stage. She almost falls. I thought that was cool.
How did he get his mother's voice?
Well, he was secretly filming her. We find out.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just that
How
part.
did he get
looked-
any of their voices? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this is a little.
But yeah, Scream 3, it does work if this was a trilogy. Because we see her secluded. Her dad's like, you're hiding from the world. She is like now a crisis hotline thing.
I like that.
And she's like super protective with security. And at the end, she's like free. She lets the gate open. She leaves
Yeah.
the door open.
And their doggy.
And her dog is there, and they're gonna watch a movie. Gail and Dewey, that's when he
when they get
proposes.
proposed,
I like
yeah.
seeing how their relationship evolves over the series.
That was how long has that been though? Between the last one and that, like
A few years.
you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that would then would make.
And then it was like 10 years after that.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like between Dewey and Courtney Cox's characters, like their relationship.
They were on and off. In the universe, they're on and off.
Yeah.
But no, I think it was a fine note to end on, even though it didn't, like we said, it doesn't fully work for all of us. I wish we could go back in time and not have all the issues they had.
So what were the issues?
It was, again, Columbine. They had to like tone down a lot of the violence. The
Yeah.
script kept getting leaked because of the internet and stuff. There was just a lot of issues with it. But yeah, then Scream went away.
It did.
Went away, and Wes Craven went on to make some great films like Cursed. And then he came back. Oh, he also did Red Eye.
I love Red Eye.
I haven't seen it.
I should give
Please
it
watch
another
Red Eye.
shot.
Okay.
Oh my god, I love Red Eye.
What's it about?
My co-star from The Dark Knight Rises in it.
Oh my God, so
Cillian
what's it
Murphy.
about?
Cillian Murphy's in it with Rachel McAdams, right?
Yep.
It's
Oh, I like
McAdams,
Rachel
right?
McAdams.
Yeah. They're both hot as shit in this movie, and basically, they're on a red eye, and they're sitting next to each other. But like the whole thing was kind of like planned out with the guy because I forget what the actual thing was happening, but like they like had the dad.
Yeah, they were gonna like
or kill him or
assassinate
something
her
like that.
dad
Yeah.
or something.
There's
Yeah,
like it's like a huge thing.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
it's a
she's
thr- it's
stuck on a
thriller?
plane. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
stuck on
Okay.
a plane with this guy, and he's trying to orchestrate a kill.
And she's trying to like warn the,
The-
flight attendants so she could like.
Is it
you know,
the
get
whole
out to,
movie
like-
takes place on a plane?
except for like the last maybe like 15 minutes.
That's
or
cool.
so.
I
So-
like that.
The trailer was great. Like, I want to say like 80% of
For
the
Red Eye?
yeah, 80% of like the teaser trailer was framed as a rom-com or like just romantic drama.
I would have never watched it though.
It made it seem like it was romantic, and then at the end you realize that there's a dark twist. But anyway, he came back in 2011 for Scream 4, and this was a good time to come back because all the big slashers had been remade at that point.
Yes.
And Johanna, can you read?